Alright, so I have my new tire here, knobby. So before you put that on, you should check your rim strip, and I already did that. Make sure the rim strip's in good condition. It's not nicked or anything like that. It's not cut, and line up the rim strip hole with the valve stem hole. All right, so do that. Once you got that done, you should also double check your tube. Pump up the tube. Make sure there's no holes, because I'm reusing the tube. Oh, by the way, this is the tube sizer here. You can see that. It's kind of hard to tell. You guys, it's like, honey, light. Let's grab my light real fast. Get my light there. The light. Okay, so there's my headlamp on there. So you can see that it's a 2.5 17. I'm surprised they use a 2.5. 70-100 17 or 80-90 17. Oh, I was expecting this thing to be a 2.75, not 2.5. Anyways, there's that tube. See, I'm gonna leave my headlamp on. It's kind of getting dark. It's not sunset yet, but it's a rainy day, so it's overcast, so it's kind of dark. All right, so this tire here, this new tire I have on, is the Golden Boy Shinko SR244 trail tire, 3" by 17. It does not have direction, so there's no directional. Is what I'm saying. So it's not directional. It doesn't even have a little orange dot or red dot to tell you where the light point of the tire is. It does have a little stamper here. It says Q. It looks like Q5. So that's a quality control person. So each person, once the tire comes out of the mold and everything, it has to be inspected, visually inspected by a person. So those people, they have a stamp, with their number on it. So this person that stamped it, that person's number is Q5. So they go, oh, okay, they stamp it, it looks good. Then they toss it in with the pile of tires that are good, and they go, okay, move on. That's good to go. So that's what that means. So I'm actually gonna use that little stamp mark. Where is it? I just had it. Where did it go? It's on the other side. So I'm gonna use that stamp mark right here. I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna line that up with my valve stem, which is over here. So it's like so. But before I do that, I need to lube. So I mentioned, the key thing with mounting and dismounting tires is lube. Man, this bead interface here is like so much sturdier than this factory. The factory one is like kind of wimpy. Look at the factory one. Well, no, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. But it's better than the IRC that I just put on. Anyways, so scoop this up. Right, move that up. So this side's going in first. So my valve core stem is right here. Just line this up with that. It's close enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think it's not even a weight. It's not even a weight mark, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so I have to put this. So usually when I put on a tire, I usually don't use a. I don't normally use a rim saver because it doesn't get marred on the surface. It gets marred on the backside, and you really can't help getting more on the backside. No matter what you do, it will always get more on the backside if you use tire levers. So I place it so that way the rim is inside between the beads as much as I could go. I'm gonna use my tire lever here to hold one side, and tire lever back to the other side. Hold the other side. Oh, it's starting to rain again. Yep, it's starting to rain again. So let's do this. I can reach it. Put my foot right there. Side over here. That side, like that. I'm just gonna work my way. Oops. Work my way over. Like that. Side's free. So on and so forth. Just gonna work my way over. that. Like this. Oh, come on. So this is a, I believe this is an aluminum rim, but I'm not sure. I actually haven't even double checked that. If this is aluminum or steel rim or not. So I'm not sure you guys can hear it or not, but it's definitely raining now. I can hear it. So I'm gonna put on this side to hold this lever. Oh shit. I'm in an awkward position. Oh shit. The bike's in my way. Right there. So put this side. Set it over here. Like so. Put the last lever in right here. Okay. Put it right here. Last lever in. That's it. Both sides are in. I mean, one side's in. I'm gonna double check my rim strip real fast. Make sure I didn't move it. So the rim strip's not moved. I actually see a little puncture here at the rim strip, right at the spoke too. Two of them. There's one right here, one right here. I'm not sure if that was my tire spoon that did that, or it was right there. I think my tire spoon did that because earlier I had checked, and the rim strip didn't have any punctures, nothing like that. So when you're doing this, I guess that was my mistake. When you're doing this, wherever you put the spoon, don't put the spoon right where the nipple is. Put it in between the nipples, so it doesn't do that. So now I potentially could have a spot that could puncture my my tube. Okay, let's move this thing back this way. With my quality control stamp right here, my valve stems right here, almost lined up. Move it a little bit around a little bit. Okay, now it's lined up. So now I have my tube here. Let's put this tube in. I'm gonna stick the tube in first, and I like to, when I put the tube in, I like to have it inflated. The reason for that is when it's inflated, you can push the tube all the way into the tire, instead of the tube sitting out by the rim. You can push it all the way into the tire. So it's basically, it clears the rim. That's what you want it to do. You want to clear the rim. I think it's a little bit overinflated. Let me deflate it just a little bit. Okay, deflate it just a little bit. Still kind of overinflated. When it's inflated, you're actually less likely to puncture the tube when you're installing it. Because what happens is, when the spoon, when it hooks underneath, when the tube is underinflated, sometimes the tube just kind of sits like this, and the spoon could kind of grab onto it because it's flat, completely flat. It could grab onto, and it could actually, wedge between the tube and the rim, or the tube and the tire, and it could puncture. But when it's inflated like this, so when it comes around, the spoon comes around and it hits the tube here, it will actually, since the tube is inflated, the tube will actually kind of move out of the way, because it has some rigidness, some structure to it. So it actually just move out of the way, and that actually prevents the tube from getting punctured. All right, so now the tube is all the way in. I need to get the valve stem into the valve hole. So I'm gonna have to stand it up. So probably gonna do this, off screen, because the angle you guys are at, you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. Now this is a very stiff tire, much stiffer than the stock tire, and definitely stiffer than the other tire that I put on. It has like no flex to it, like no give. It's kind of hard to do this. Oh man. Man, I feel my way right there. I feel it. And this tire is so stiff, it has like no give at all. Jesus. Oh my god. This tire is so stiff, oh my god. Holy schmoly. I wish today was a hot day. I would have left the tire in the sun to get it warmed up so it's a little bit more pliable. Ow, my fingers are getting busted up. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually pushing the bead on the bottom down, because the bead on the bottom is actually sitting higher up on the rim, causing the bottom bead to cover the valve stem hole. Ah, Jesus. Whew. Ah, my fingers. Whew. Jesus. Oh man. Oh man. My fingers and my hands are cold too. Everything's cold, so it makes it even harder to move around. God damn, this wheel's so stiff. Jesus. Let me take this tire off. You know what's happening is the bottom tire is actually making the top tire go up, and the rim is actually sinking down, so it's actually closer to the give me less clearance. Hopefully I can have more clearance like this. Oh, there it is. I see it. God damn it, right there. Whew, got it in. Oh fuck, my finger's stuck. Oh shit. Oof. Get that valve nut on here so that doesn't slip out. After all that struggle, man, if this slipped out, I'd be pissed. Okay, so it's just look right there as I double check to make sure that the valve stem went through the rim strip hole. Because if you do this, you might accidentally push the rim strip hole to one side, and the valve stem didn't actually go into the rim strip hole. So I double checked that, so that was okay. Okay, now I'll just put my support wheel back on here. Whew, that was a lot of work, man. And again, if it was a hot day, a hot sunny day, this would definitely be easier, because that would have the you would have the tire would be warmer, everything would be warmer. It'd be easier to do this. Okay. So there's that. Now I could mount we'll put the bead on the second bead in. So again, lube. Okay. So I'm gonna do a rim saver because usually when I put it on, I don't usually use the rim saver because I think all it does is just kind of get in the way. So let me move my rim around to line up that quality control inspection hole. All right. So there it goes. That. So now we can actually deflate the valve or the tube some more. Let me deflate the tube a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Alright, so there, 2 inches away, 4 inches or so, 5 inches, 6 inches at the most, I would say. So when you do this and you hook it down, make sure you're not grabbing the tube. So one thing I could do is I put this in like so. Actually, I could actually feel the tube, so I'm actually pushing the tube away from me, and because the tube has a little bit of inflation, it will actually move out of the way as well. If the tube was completely deflated, sometimes it will actually get caught between the lever and the rim and the tire, so and it gets pinched. So be very careful of that. So you see what I was doing? I was like pushing the lever in. The reason why I push the lever in like that is I'm actually pushing the tube in away from the rim. And as I pull back, I hook the rim. I know that the tube is not in the way. So it didn't get pinched basically. So that's how I do it. That's a safe way of doing it, I think. Shit. Missed that one. That was not a good one. This one slipped out. If it hadn't slipped out, would have been alright. Okay. Now it's getting tighter, so I have to go a little closer. So I don't, so it's a little bit easier. This rim is so stiff. Let me so I push the bead into the center. Pushing the bead into the center will give you more slack. So that way it gives you more slack on the bead as you're, tightening it up. Oh shit. Man, this rim, dude. Oh, this tire. Tire's so freaking stiff. Oh man, this tire's like stiff like a freaking tubeless tire. Jesus. Feels, in some ways it feels kind of stiffer than a tubeless tire even. The tubeless tire feels like you have a little bit more give. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Whew. Jeez, I didn't like having to do that, but man, hopefully my tube didn't get pinched at all. I'm hoping. Oh, you can definitely see the rim getting marred on the end here. This freaking tire. So one thing for sure is that I'm never gonna use this tire again, just because it's that stiff. Man, maybe I can see the paint the paint got marred off. That's all right. Whatever. I'm not too concerned about it. All right, so that's in. Turn my valve core all the way in. One thing I want to double check before I inflate this. I want to look down in the between the tire and tube and make sure that the rim is not the rim. I mean the tube is not in the way, so it's not to damage the cause a puncture. Because sometimes that's gonna happen. Sometimes the tube is not it's not all the way in the tire, so it gets hung up and it can get damaged that way. That's the reason why I kind of inflate the tube a little bit, so that way it will go into the tire. So I'm just double checking. Okay, everything looks good. Okay, so that's it. I just need to inflate it now and I'm good. Alright, thanks for watching.